Reddit, I come to you in my time of need. First, a little bit of background. I love this lady. I have spent 6 long years of my life with her, and our lives are deeply intertwined. I only had one other real girlfriend before coming across my future wife. We dated for 3 years, got married, and have been married for about 2.5 years. We have our ups and downs, our fights and romantic nights, just as any long-term couple has. Recently, things have been a little worse, but life is stressful. We had to move back in with her mother due to financial reasons, because it worked for both the mother and us. Recently, she has been hanging out with a mutual friend of ours quite often. She regularly goes and sees him while I am unavailable at work. They do seemingly normal things like watch TV, drink, go to the beach, etc. The frequency of these visits has increased exponentially over the last few months, to at least once a week, if not more. My friend had become increasingly distant and unavailable to hang out if I was involved. I was becoming more suspicious with every rendezvous. Last Friday, after an unrelated fight with my drunk wife, I had the overwhelming urge to look at her phone. This isn't normal, and usually I respect her privacy. My suspicions got the best of me, and I decided to look. I pulled up the text message history with the guy. What I found killed me. Detailed, graphic messages, dating back at least 2 months. My stomach sank. I nearly became physically ill. I felt the blood rush from my face and became faint. There were messages referencing his dick in her mouth, her saying how he makes her insatiable, and in her words, "we could fuck," in response to, "what could we do?" I was stunned. I couldn't process it. It didn't make sense. My mind was spinning. I felt more emotion in those few minutes than I ever have before. Disgust, betrayal, rage, regret, fear, and life-shattering sadness. How could my precious wife do this to me? Here I am picturing my sweet lady being fucked by this asshole, who had been my friend since before I had even met my wife. How could he betray our friendship like that? I can't say I didn't contemplate loading the gun at that point. If not for them, for me, I was destroyed. A sobbing wreck of a man, collapsed in bed next to his drunkenly passed out whore wife. I can't forgive her. I made up my mind right then and there. This is absolutely unforgivable. I have to get out. I have to leave and be on my own. I don't have any money saved up. I don't have my own car. I barely own much of anything at all. I decided not to tell her that I know yet, so I have time to prepare myself for solo living. Thanks to the support of my few friends, I was able to find a place to move in. I have another friend with a car I can buy. I'm getting my ducks in a row to drop a bomb on the whore and get the fuck away. This brings you up to date. As it stands right now, I plan to pack and move all of my things while she's away at work tomorrow. I have to pick her up from work at the end of the day. I'll bring her home. She will see all my stuff gone, and the final argument will begin. I don't know exactly what I am going to say, but with as much as I have to say, it will come easily. So, Reddit, now you know my horrible story. Please, offer me your advice, insight, and general helpfulness that you are so well known for. TLDR, my wife is a cheating whore and broke my heart. Update, for everything that has happened so far, please see this. Quickly, before I get down to the details of what happened Friday, I absolutely must thank all of you helpful Redditors out there. When I posted the original story, I expected a handful of replies. It blew up, hit the front page, and thousands of people voiced their support. So many messages, comments, and replies, all offering their help and kind words. You guys are awesome. Scoregasm even gifted me Reddit Gold. It really gave me the courage and drive required to face my situation, just knowing there were thousands of strangers on the interwebs backing me up. It was surreal, to say the least. Friday went as well as something like this can go. I heard Reddit's advice and had changed my plan before the day begun. No final argument. Despite learning the horrible news, our last week went stunningly well. We went to the beach early on in the week, had phenomenal sex Wednesday night. On Thursday, we went out for a nice dress-up fancy dinner on her dollar, then went to the movies, also on her dollar. Friday, she was in a really good mood, and I had some great morning sex. I dropped her off at work, gave her a heartfelt hug and goodbye. That was the last time we spoke. I immediately went over to get the keys to my new place and some boxes to pack with. Raced home to start packing my shit. My brother-in-law is home all the time, so of course he was there. I pulled him aside and broke the news. He was furious at his sister and completely on my side. He was a great brother to me, and I made sure to tell him while I had the chance. We cried and talked about it for a while, and afterward he was as helpful as possible, aiding me while I packed up. Sadly, nearly all of my belongings fit into one carload of a tiny little hatchback. Unloaded the first trip, and it was just about time for my friend with a truck to get off work. Went back, and the mother-in-law was now home. We spoke at length. She supported me as well. She didn't take my side, because she doesn't take sides, but she understood my decision and was very supportive. She let me know I could call upon her for help at any time, and that I was still family to her. We talked and cried together for some time. She wished for us to work it out, but I told her I could never forgive her daughter, and she completely understood. I left the wife's car at the house and asked the mother-in-law to go pick her up after she is out of work. She was going crazy all day because I was ignoring her. She couldn't reach me, called many times, texted countless messages, and I ignored them all. She started calling my friends and family. She was worried that I had been arrested or got in a car accident or something similar. When they would talk to me, I'd let them know to tell her they couldn't reach me either. I did intend to leave a note at home, but I got caught up in all the emotion of talking to her mother-in-law and completely forgot. Call me weak, but I ultimately did send her a message. I'm not going to talk about it right now, and I'm going to continue to ignore your texts. You have nothing to say to me right now. I hope you're happy together, and I hope it was worth it. I can never forgive you. Of course, after this follows a few messages from her, groveling and apologizing. She admitted it, apologized, said she felt like the biggest piece of shit in the world, that I'm the love of her life and the only one she wants. She even had the audacity to include, "We broke it off almost 2 weeks ago." Like that's supposed to make me feel better. I haven't said anything else to her. Fast forward, back at the new place. Unpacking and settling in. Establishing my own place is doing wonders for my morale. I am in high spirits, feeling optimistic and full of life. I am moving in with the friend I have known the longest, who has been there for me since I first moved to Maryland over 10 years ago. Good conversation and enjoying the trees with close friends, and I'm on my way to healing. I plan to use this second chance at independence to take a step back, analyze my life, and start down the path of improving myself and becoming happy with who I am. It's time to shed a few pounds, focus on honing my musical ability. I play guitar, bass, drums, and dabble in electronic music, and most of all, go out and enjoy the world and the people in it. I would like to travel a little, meet new people, and see new places. Despite this horrible situation I am going through, I feel renewed and invigorated. I'll hopefully meet a few of you Redditors out there. Many of you offer to have me over or buy me a beer, and I think soon I may take some of you up on that offer. I can't keep up with the thousands of comments, but I am doing what I can to at least read the messages and respond to a few as well. Seriously, Reddit, I love you all. You answered my call for help, and for that I am eternally grateful.